Bro, do y'all remember when that cop shot that judge in his office? Okay, some crazy shit is going on and coming out. Kentucky judge gunned down by sheriff was allegedly running a sex ring in his chambers. You heard right. Let's get into this. Sounds like the sheriff served justice the old-fashioned way. Kentucky judge killed by sheriff ran courthouse like a brothel and traded sex for favors at twisted parties, victims say. The rural Kentucky judge gunned down in his own chambers last year ran a twisted sex ring in which young women were coaxed into performing sexual favors just to get out of trouble. One of the alleged victims claims, oh no, he was on something else. Taya Adams, that sounds like a black woman, alleges she was among those caught up in Judge Kevin Mullins' apparent sex for favors scheme that saw him and others in the town of Whitesburg demand sex in exchange for cash or to get offenders off the hook. Adams told News Nation's Banfield that Mullins, who was shot execution style in his Letcher County chambers allegedly by his longtime sheriff pal Sean Steins last September, had warned her to keep quiet about the so-called depraved ring. So this is the infamous picture right here. Remember, he got up, came around, it's a whole video on this shit. Judge Kevin Mullins was shot execution style in his Letcher County chambers, allegedly by his longtime sheriff pal, Sean Steins. There goes Sean, and there goes this nasty motherfucker, Kevin. All right, we would do sex parties and perform shows and have sex with them for money, things like that, Adams alleged. It was consensual, but it was the thing that we were so young, and then they used it against us and to destroy our lives later. Adams said she felt forced to go along with the judge's scheme because she feared Child Protective Services would somehow get involved and upend her life. They would make sure to make you feel as small and degraded and belittled as possible to take your power away, Adams said. It wasn't immediately clear if the woman had any prior run-ins with the law or if she was on CPS radar at the time. She went on to say it was just a given she would keep her mouth shut about the apparent depravity, insisting who would believe it anyways because the whole town was doing it. Nobody cares. They're all swingers. It's all a big party to them. It was just so normal. Separately, Sarah Davis, a former deputy jailer at the Letcher County lockup, told the outlet she'd heard about the nasty and sickening stories to come out of the parties. Pretty much everybody in the county knows, she said, but it was confirmed to me after working in the county jail, especially after being invited to a party myself. The claims only add to the disturbing allegations that have emerged in the wake of Mullins' chilling caught-on-camera slaying last year, including that slain judge had been running his courthouse like a brothel. It has since been revealed that one woman, Sabrina Adkins, threw Mullins' name into the mix during a 2022 criminal investigation into a Letcher County deputy sheriff who was later jailed for and sodomy of a female inmate. Goodness gracious. There goes Kevin, the nasty motherfucker, ran a twisted sex ring in which young women were coerced into performing sexual favors to get out of trouble. Yeah, let's go ahead and take another good look. All right. Adkins, who claimed she was coerced by then Deputy Sheriff Ben Fields to perform sexual favors in exchange for staying under house arrest, alleged the judge was in on the long-standing sextortion racket as well. I seen Judge Mullins having sex with a girl in the judge's chambers, Adkins told police in her interview at the time. She added that Fields, who was fired in the wake of the probe, also had some videotapes of some sex stuff in the judge's chambers, just with girls, sexual and stuff. This is the man that shot him, Steins. It is unclear if the alleged sextortion scheme had anything to do with Mullins' shooting. Authorities have previously refused to rule out if a possible sex scandal was the motive behind the bloodshed. The judge had been decades-long friends with his accused killer and was spotted having lunch with him just hours before he was gunned down on September 18th, which is crazy because the guy that killed him probably knew about this, y'all. I'm going to tell you why the guy killed him. The guy killed him because he found out the judge was fucking with his daughter. You see how they play that one? Oh, I know about this shit. Yeah, I know you fucking on young women. Yeah, kids. Oh, you tried to fuck my daughter. Oh, now I gotta do you. I get it, but you might have been complicit with this shit. You might have known about this shit because you ain't do this till September 18th. Did you find out something that you didn't know before? Was your daughter a part of the brothels? Chilling surveillance footage allegedly captured the sheriff stepping into his pal's office and making multiple calls to his daughter before opening fire. Stein then allegedly walked out and immediately surrendered, telling cops they're trying to kidnap my wife and kid. The sheriff's attorney later described the execution style as a crime of passion due to an extreme emotional disturbance. Steins, who resigned days after the shooting and is being held in an Eastern Kentucky jail without bond, has pleaded not guilty to a charge of murder of a public official.